Welcome back to the channel, guys. Let's get straight into today's story. The latest development in Britain's asylum system has sparked yet another round of controversy, but this time it isn't the British public doing the complaining. A group of asylum seekers detained under the government's return and removal policies have accused the UK of treating them in a degrading and unfair manner. They claim their conditions are harsh, support is inadequate, and that the system is failing them. But for many ordinary British people, this raises a very different question. Who is the real victim here? The taxpayer, the communities under pressure, or people who entered the country illegally and are now unhappy with the consequences? For years, the UK has struggled with an asylum and immigration system that feels completely disconnected from public expectations. Small boat crossings continue, legal challenges pile up, and the British taxpayer is told time and time again that the system is both compassionate and fair. Yet hotel bills have spiralled, local services are stretched, and the public patience is wearing thin. Now, some of those being detained under return policies are claiming that Britain is treating them too harshly. They say the facilities are stressful, that they lack access to support services, and that the experience is damaging to their well-being. But many viewers of this channel will be asking a very simple question. What did they expect? From the right, the problem isn't that the system is too harsh. If anything, the criticism for years has been the system is too weak, too slow, and too easy to exploit. People arrive illegally, launch endless appeals, and remain in the UK for years, even when they have no legal right to stay. Meanwhile, hard-working families are paying the bill. There is also a fundamental principle at stake. Border control means nothing if breaking the rules leads to long-term accommodation, legal protections, and the ability to remain indefinitely. Detention and removal are not cruelty, they are the enforcement of national law. Every country in the world has detention processes for those who enter illegally. Britain is not an exception. Yet, whenever enforcement actually happens, activists immediately rush forward to describe it as inhumane or degrading. Campaign groups, NGOs, lawyers, and political commentators all repeat the same message, that the state is somehow morally wrong for enforcing its own rules. But where is the same outrage when British communities bear the cost? Where is the compassion for residents who can't get GP appointments? For families who can't afford housing while hotels are filled at public expense? For coastal towns overwhelmed by arrivals? Those voices rarely seem to matter. The political establishment often treats immigration as a moral debate instead of a practical one. But ordinary people see it differently. They see overstretched services, rising costs, and a system that looks completely out of control. When they raise concerns, they're told they're lacking compassion or punching down. Yet, when detainees complain about the condition, the reaction is instant. Statements, legal interventions, and media features, and political pressure. And that imbalance fuels resentment. Now, from a conservative viewpoint, deterrence only works if the outcome of illegal entry is clear, firm, and consistent. If detention is constantly challenged, if removal is endlessly delayed, and those without legal status remain here indefinitely, then the system simply encourages more crossings. The choice is simple. Either a country enforces its borders or it doesn't. This story also highlights a deeper question about governance. Who is the asylum system really designed to serve? The British public or the people entering the country? When enforcement is labelled degrading, it places moral weight on those who broke the rules, rather than those trying to uphold it. Nobody wants cruelty, nobody wants mistreatment, but there is a difference between being humane and being naive. A functioning border policy cannot operate on a guilt emotion or activist rhetoric. It needs clarity, backbone, and a national interest. And many viewers will feel that Britain has spent far too long apologising for trying to do exactly that. Whether this story leads to policy change, further legal action, or political retreat remains to be seen. But one thing is certain. The British public is running out of patience. They want an asylum system that is fair, firm, and enforced equally. Right now, many feel they're getting none of those things. Thanks for watching, guys. If you want more honest political commentary and don't want to miss what's really happening behind the headlines, hit that subscribe button and drop your thoughts in the comments below.